Hi, I'm Logan with Garden City Pest Control, and I'm going to show you how to snap that Victor wide pedal professional trap. So this yellow thing here, of course, is the trigger. Here is the trigger arm, and finally the striker. Now that's all with 2 springs, and it is quite strong, so just be aware of that. Now let's set this trap. So you want to hold the base firmly with one hand, pull the striker back, and make sure you hold that well too, because this striker is going to try to get away from you, and if it does, it will hurt. The trigger arm goes up over the striker and into the notch of the trigger. Now you lift the trigger up and ease the tension off the striker to push that trigger arm up into the notch of the trigger. And there you go. You have a set trap. Now that it's set, there's the trigger. Don't touch that. It will hurt you. Now to disarm one of these traps, it's the opposite of a horse. Always approach it from the back. Grab the base, hold it firmly while you depress the striker, move the trigger arm, and ease the striker back into its resting position. Now, of course, there is another way to disarm one of these traps, which you've probably already guessed. Now, I wouldn't recommend it, but if you are concerned that you can't do the other way safely, this is probably the best way. Victor makes a similar mouse trap, and we're going to bait this one. So I'm using peanut butter, and there's a small cup and then the paddle of the trigger. So you want to get some of your peanut butter into that small cup and then some onto the paddle of the trigger. This way it makes it so that it's easy for the rodent to get some, and then they need to kind of work at it to get into that little cup. The rat traps have one of those cups as well, a little bigger, but it's still there. Now you set the trap in pretty much the same way. Pull back that striker. You take the trigger arm, stick it into the notch of the trigger, lift the trigger up. Now these ones are a little more finicky though, and they go off quite easily. As you can see there, even though I've set hundreds of these, they still go off in my hand sometimes. So we'll just set that again. You get 2 demonstrations for the price of 1. And there you go. That's how you bait and set a Victor wide pedal trap.